Hey everyone, welcome to day 4 of Route 66. Here I am fueling up at the Flying V. Another blissful night of sleeping here. They offer boondock camping. This place is really great. There's a beautiful view of the mountains to the north, I guess. So it's time to get on the road and see what today's adventure brings. They were about 20 miles east of Gallup. Got to head in, check that out, and then we'll see where we end up today. This is the main drag coming into Gallup. Typical mall-like feel. Not feeling much vintage. This is an interesting spot right here. There are 3 motels in a row, and it appears that 2 of them are abandoned. This first one, the Arrowhead Lodge, you can see the sign that says 2 for $31.99, which is obviously a while ago, and you can see the sign for the Blue Spruce up above there. And this is the hotel. It's all boarded up, no graffiti. Doesn't look too trashed, but it is past its prime. And then we're going to go to the next one. This is the Blue Spruce right here, and this one is obviously somehow operational. I don't know if it's a hotel or if it's just people living here full-time renters or long-term renters, whatever you want to call it. And this is the third one here, which is the Lariat Lodge, and this one, just like the other one, the first one, is boarded up, $29.99 for 2 people. Similar look to the other one. Abandoned, has seen its better days. Looks like it's condemned based on the signs. Let's see what these say. Notice do not enter. Substandard living conditions. So it was condemned, obviously. There's the El Rancho Hotel, which seems to be thriving. Charm of yesterday, convenience of tomorrow. Here's a couple more motels. The Redwood Lodge, which appears to be open. And the El Coronado, which appears to have seen better days, boarded up. This is the historic Route 66 diner, which is unfortunately closed. It's Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m., so it seems like it should be open. It says it's drive-through, and it does have the window here, so I'm not sure if that option is being offered anymore. This is First and Cole Street, and this appears to be the art and trading center of Gallup. And it is Sunday morning at 8:45, so it's obviously not really happening right now, but that's okay. Still get to check it out. Definitely some beautiful buildings here. This Gallup Coffee Company sign on the left is pretty cool. The El Moro looks like an old theater, pawn shop, but there's a bar, fabric store, music center, flower shop, tattoo parlor, Indian jewelry, Bill Malone Trading, who knows what that is, clothing store, and of course you've got your smoke shop there on the corner, very common around here. And this is 3rd Street, and it appears like we're kind of coming to the end of the Arts and Crafts Center. There's a nice cafe sign up there on the right, neon. Jerry's Mexican American Food Cafe, beautiful sign. This is John's Used Cars, and it appears there's a muffler man over there on the roof, and I guess these are popular in the Southwest along 66, but this is the first one I've seen, right, 15 feet tall, something like that. Lovely example of one of the downtown murals that you're going to see. One of the really cool things you can do if you're in this part of Gallup is take a walking tour of the murals that are painted all over the walls in this district. There's some really nice ones, and they're all over. There's at least a dozen, maybe 20 of them, and there's actually a walking tour that you can look up online, and it'll tell you a little bit more about them. So just Google it, Gallup murals, and you'll probably be able to find the tour and take it. I had a really good time just walking around looking at the murals. They're pretty amazing, very well done, and really nice to look at. So if you're less interested in the buildings or going in the businesses, then a mural tour will be a nice thing to do. I'm not really much into gift shops and curios, so I don't really need to go into those shops. This one of Marilyn Monroe is pretty cool, and that's the last one I'll leave you with. 1 block over from Cole Street is the main drag, which is Route 66. It's right along the train tracks, and there's free parking down there, and there's more businesses that are a little less art-oriented there, but that's fun to explore too if you have extra time. That's enough time in Gallup. Time to motor west. Virgie's restaurant. After we leave Gallup, we travel some beautiful roads en route to Arizona. And once in Arizona, our first stop is going to be the Yellow Horse Trading Company, which is right on the border of Arizona and New Mexico at exit 359. It's not a bad stop if Indian curios are your thing, but otherwise, it's one you can skip. Once you're there, look up on the cliffs and you'll see some fake animals that seem glaringly out of place there. From the Yellow Horse Trading Center, we cross the freeway and head to the south side. First thing I encountered was this very rundown old gas station. On this section, I was on a stretch of road that was really rough, and I really didn't need to do it. A lot of times, Route 66 is a frontage road to I-40, and there's not much to see, but other times there's a lot to see because a lot of the abandoned buildings are on 66, and if you're on 40, you don't see them, so it's a tough one. All right, this is a little side trip in Sanders, Arizona, off of 191. The dollar store is just over to the left, and you got to take this little back road to this old bridge that was built in 1923, and it was part of Route 66 until 1931 when it was bypassed, so it's a very old bridge. Can't drive on it, but you can go see it, and that's what we're going to do. All right, this is a pretty cool spot. This is the old bridge at Sanders. It was built in 1923 and decommissioned in 1931. It lasted about 8 years. I don't know why, maybe because it's kind of narrow or maybe it was damaged at the time. The background, of course, you can see the train going by It looks actually to be in pretty good shape. It's all metal. It's got some good sturdy piers that have held up over the years, so it's kind of impressive. Got the old yellow paint there. I guess you could drive on it. You got to get over these little humps right here. Looks doable, but I'm not going to do that in the big old Sprinter. I don't think there's any need to do it, but we can get over there and walk on it and check it out. The bridge crosses the Rio Puerco, and you can see the newer bridge in the distance. And of course, there's the constant hum of rail going by right there in the distance, and on the other side of the rail is I-40. Here's the bridge from the north side, looking south. I'm really impressed about how well constructed this bridge is. It's in pretty good shape considering it's not maintained and it's 100 years old. It's just nice metal construction. I would drive across it if I had a smaller vehicle. After checking out the bridge, I cruised down what I thought was the old pre-1931 road, and I found this old diner, which was really cool, but in pretty bad shape. It was really nice to see, and it's a real cute little place. One thing to keep in mind is that I-40 was completed in 1973, and these gas pumps looks like they're from about that era. I'm not going to lie, my next stop was a little bit strange. I stopped at Stewart's Petrified Wood Rock Shop on the northeast side of exit 303. It has colorful and crazy folk art style statues, including a T-Rex eating a woman, plus a caveman riding an animated dinosaur, among others. The two-headed Dimetrodon east of the exit is theirs too, as are many color billboards worthy of the old days, hawking fossils, meteorites, ostriches, and free petrified wood. It's a very strange place. I honestly didn't think it was open when I got there. And the sign said to ring a bell, so I did, and the door was answered, and I met the gentleman who let me in the shop. Apparently the shop isn't always manned, so they just respond to the bell from a nearby house, presumably, and come and open a door for the customer. So I went inside and looked around, and I will share with you a video I made while walking around, and you make your own judgment about the place. But I think it's worth visiting for sure.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you doing?
Great.
What you got going on here?
Mostly petrified wood, a couple fossils, meteorites.
There was a piece of petrified wood right where I parked, but it looked amazing.
Yeah.
Did that come from around here, or
All of our petrified wood comes from our property.
from the property? Oh.
We own 140 acres.
Yeah. Oh, 140 acres? Okay. Now these are agates, so these are not petrified wood, or are they?
Oh, no, those are Brazilian agates.
Okay. How long have you been here?
28 years.
You? Or yeah.
It's all family owned.
Oh, okay. Does it get busy in the summer, or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was October 16th.
Oh, wow. There's the bookends. $1,200. Look at this. This is $1,200. Beautiful. Now this is all petrified wood, right? Or
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
All cut and polish.
Do you do the cut and polish in here? Or?
Well, my stepfather, he retired, so but he did all the cutting.
Oh, okay. So they found like inside a cave, or in?
Yep, geodes, volcanic.
Okay.
geodes.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep moving, my friend. I don't want to take up too much of your time. That was an interesting experience. Next, we jump on I-40 for a bit and head to Holbrook, Arizona, with the home of the Wigwam Motel, which has a great collection of classic cars. Left side there, you can see the Wigwam Motel. And this was built in 1950. There were actually 7 in total of them built from 1933 to 1950, and this is the penultimate one built in 1950. And there was one more built in 1950 that still remains open, and that is in San Bernardino, California. So there's only 2 left, and you can stay at these places. And this one in Holbrook, Arizona, features a bunch of old cars that you can check out, so it's pretty cool. I'm going to walk around and check out the cars. This is the first one, number 1, and it's got an old tow truck in front of it. It's a Chevy, probably 55 to 57 vintage, dually. And then as we look down the way, we see more cars and more teepees, or wigwams as they call them. It's wigwam number 3 in the background, I think there. And the foreground here is a Buick, and I'm guessing it's a 56. Here's an old Ford, which I think is a 49. And then I'm guessing that other Buick over there may be a 57. And there's, of course, an old Studebaker. I have no idea what year that is. This is an absolutely beautiful Studebaker. A lovely patina on this old Pontiac. I want to say it's a 53, 54. Door is actually open on one of the rooms, so I'm just going to peek inside without going in. Looks like they just air them out when they clean them. Bathroom straight back. There's the 59 Chevy. A couple of oldies over there, which I'll take a better look at. Here's an old Packard. I don't know the exact year, but it's probably something in the late 1930s or very early 1940s. And this would be a 40s something DeSoto. That would be an old DeSoto from probably around wartime. Stunning hood emblem on this car. Another one. I'm at a loss on this one. I honestly don't know what it is. Packard, Hudson, something like that. I think the rear license plate has answered my question. It is indeed a Hudson. And here's a very strange looking one. This would be a Nash. Beautiful car. Very round and bulbous. Got some 50s Fords out front. I think that's a 57. The red one, the turquoise green one is a 56. And that's probably a 55, 54. And finally, we've got a couple old trucks here. This is a 52 or so Chevy, but it's a heavy duty one. It's like a 1-ton. It's a 3800. And then right behind is another pickup, and that would be a Studebaker pickup, which is very cool. Lots of patina on that one. And that ends our tour of the Wigwam Motel. Have you slept in a wigwam lately? If not, check into the office and we'll book you. I found a couple more cool spots to check out before I headed out of town to find a place to bed down. Hope you enjoyed today's video. It was a really fun day. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.